Defending NASCAR Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney made a significant announcement leading up to the Championship 4 race at Phoenix Raceway this Sunday. The Team Penske driver expressed his strong approval of NASCAR's severe penalties handed down to fellow competitors Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, and Bubba Wallace for their controversial actions in last weekend's pivotal Martinsville playoff race. Bell, who initially appeared to have secured the final Championship 4 spot with a last lap pass, was penalized for a brazen wall ride maneuver that NASCAR officials deemed a safety violation. After an extensive post-race review, Bell was demoted from 18th to 22nd place in the official race results. That penalty proved costly as it allowed Hendrick Motorsports driver William Byron to claim the last championship berth on points instead. However, Bell's penalty was only the tip of the iceberg in a race marred by accusations of blatant race manipulation. In the days following the Martinsville event, NASCAR conducted a thorough investigation into the actions of certain Chevrolet and Toyota teams. The sanctioning body determined that the number 1 Trackhouse Racing Chevrolet of Chastain, the number 3 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet of Dillon, and the number 23-2311 Racing Toyota of Wallace had indeed colluded to illegally alter the race outcome to benefit their respective playoff drivers. As a result, NASCAR came down hard on the offending teams with severe penalties. Each organization was slapped with a $100,000 fine and docked 50 driver and owner points. Several key crew members, including crew chiefs, were also suspended for the duration of the Phoenix Championship weekend. In total, 9 team members across the 3 penalized teams felt NASCAR's wrath. Elton Sawyer, NASCAR's senior vice president of competition, explained the decisions in detail and emphasized the critical importance of maintaining integrity and preventing future finish manipulations by race teams. Blaney minced no words in supporting NASCAR's strict enforcement and penalties. In an interview, he stated, "NASCAR had to make a call, and I'm happy they decided to do something because when you get through the situations we had at Martinsville, it really takes a lot away from the racing aspect of it, like the fast cars are going forward and slower cars are dropping. When you do things like that, it does take a little bit away from the competitive side of it." The 2023 Cup Series champion expressed his belief that the team order's controversy unfairly overshadowed what was otherwise a spectacular and crucial playoff race. For the majority of the 500-lap event, the powerhouse Hendrick Motorsports organization flexed its muscle, with Byron and teammate Chase Elliott swapping the lead numerous times. Kyle Larson, the 2021 Series champion, also led 71 laps and was a factor throughout. However, it was Blaney who emerged victorious in the closing laps thanks to a perfect combination of speed and strategy. After a restart with just 86 laps to go, Blaney found himself mired in traffic nearly 3 seconds behind then-leader Larson. Undeterred, the number 12 Ford driver meticulously managed his equipment, saved his rear tires, and sliced his way to the front. With just 15 laps remaining, Blaney overtook Elliott for the lead and never looked back. He stretched his advantage to over 2.5 seconds by the checkered flag, winning his first race of the 2024 season when he needed it most. The clutch performance staved off playoff elimination and kept Blaney's repeat title hopes alive after entering the Martinsville weekend below the cut line in a must-win scenario. The physical and mental toll of the pressure-packed race was evident as an exhausted Blaney climbed from his car in victory lane. Blaney had this to say of his exhausting race via NASCAR: "I'm worn out, I've got nothing left. Oh my god, I'm tired. Good battle, and this car hung on longer than most, and I could really make some ground."
Determined drives of your career?
Yeah, I'm worn out. I got nothing left. Oh my god, I'm tired. So, good battle, and yeah, just the car hung on longer than most, and could really make some ground. So.
Blaney's dramatic victory, coupled with the subsequent race manipulation penalties, has set the stage for a championship finale mired in controversy for NASCAR. Debates have raged among fans and media about whether the 4 most deserving drivers will compete for the title in Phoenix and whether the current playoff format needs an overhaul to prevent future attempts at race manipulation. Despite the outside noise, Blaney remains laser-focused on the golden opportunity in front of him. Should he take the checkered flag first among the Championship 4 drivers this Sunday, he would become the first driver in the Cup Series playoff era since 2004 to win back-to-back titles. The last driver to achieve the feat under any championship format was Jimmie Johnson, who completed his astounding run of 5 straight titles from 2006 to 2010. A second consecutive championship would also deliver a historic three-peat for Team Penske and legendary owner Roger Penske. Joey Logano, Blaney's teammate, won the Cup Series crown in 2018 and 2022. Blaney openly discussed how the chance to go back-to-back has ignited a fire inside him and his number 12 team. He claimed they are even more driven and determined than during last year's title run. Blaney passionately explained,
"You know, this team is even hungrier, and I am hungrier to win a second, more hungry to win a second than I was my first," if that makes sense, because you know what it feels like to win one now. You know that elation and that joy that you get and the special moments that you share with your group. And now how do you get a taste of that again? You know, I called it tasting the forbidden fruit. And it's like you want it again. How do you get that feeling back? And we have a chance to have that feeling again. So I feel like that makes us even hungrier, more dedicated than we even were, last year to get the first.
During Championship 4 Media Day, Blaney reflected on how capturing the 2023 title and the lessons learned along the way have galvanized him for the immense challenge of racing for the championship in the Phoenix pressure cooker. Blaney said regarding the impact winning in 2023 has had on his approach.
Yeah, I definitely think it helped. It kind of builds on what I, just answered, was like you add confidence and belief in yourself that, hey, I can do this stuff and contend for wins and championships, and you've won a championship, so you're mentally strong enough to do that.
To illustrate his growth, Blaney cited his ability to quickly rebound from a devastating defeat at Homestead Miami Speedway last month, where a victory would have automatically punched his ticket to the Championship 4. Instead of dwelling on the missed opportunity, Blaney swiftly regrouped and channeled his energy into delivering a clutch must-win performance at Martinsville the very next week. Blaney admitted such a heartbreaking loss would have derailed him for far longer earlier in his career, but armed with the experience and inner belief forged by last year's championship journey, he's discovered the capacity to process near misses efficiently, reset mentally, and return to elite form. That evolved mental strength was vital at Martinsville, where Blaney blocked out the swirling distraction of his best friend Bubba Wallace getting hammered with a massive penalty for his actions in the race. The Team Penske standout kept his sights locked on the variables he could dictate and rose to the occasion. Blaney also shed light on his relationship with Joey Logano, his championship contending teammate, and how they've maintained a healthy rapport even as they vie for the sport's ultimate prize. Blaney noted,
"If you do well, he does well, your team is still going to win," right? So it is a little bit different, but Joey and I have always worked really well together. We're still fiery competitors. Because you want to be I'm not going to say main guy at the team, but right, you want to win the most races. But at the same time, I don't think we really compete against that stuff. We just go out and try to do the best we can each week, race each other with a lot of respect, and try to win races and championships for all of Team Penske and Roger Penske. And I feel like that's the way we've kind of always operated.
Entering the Phoenix title showdown, Blaney has every reason to exude confidence. He carries the undeniable momentum of his Martinsville triumph and boasts an unrivaled record at the Desert Mile among the Championship 4 drivers. Over the past 8 Phoenix races, Blaney has been a pillar of consistency, logging 8 consecutive top 10 finishes. That streak includes a staggering 6 straight top 5s and a dominant victory in the spring of 2023, where he led 143 laps. Since making his Championship 4 debut at the track in 2021, Blaney has yet to finish worse than second. While Blaney is the Phoenix favorite, he knows the competition will be fierce. His 3 fellow title contenders, Logano, Reddick, and Byron, have been formidable all season long and are hungry to etch their names in NASCAR's record books. And then there's the rest of the 36-driver field, featuring numerous non-championship contenders eager to play spoiler and end their seasons on a high note. Chief among them is Bell, winner of the Spring Phoenix race earlier this year and the victim of the costly Martinsville penalty that ripped away his championship 4 spot. Expect the Joe Gibbs racing driver to be on a mission to prove he truly belongs in the title fight. Some bettors are intrigued by the value Bell presents at plus 500 to win the race outright, even if he's ineligible to claim the championship. And however, multiple gambling experts and mathematicians have zeroed in on a different betting option as providing the most value: Blaney to take the title itself at longer odds than his race-winning price. One such expert, Jim Sanis of Number Fire, ran 10,000 simulations of the Phoenix Championship race. His model shows Blaney hoisting the Cup Series trophy 35.8% of the time, far surpassing his implied odds of 28.6% at FanDuel Sportsbook plus 250. Regardless of how the race and championship battles unfold, Blaney recognizes the incredible weight a second consecutive Cup Series title would carry for his legacy. At the age of only 29, he would skyrocket into rarefied air, joining an elite fraternity of just 17 drivers to earn multiple championships at NASCAR's highest level. He would also become the first driver to go back-to-back under the sport's current unforgiving playoff format. Blaney didn't shy away from the magnitude of the moment during Championship 4 Media Day. He said,
I dreamed of ever since I was a kid. It's what I watched guys that I grew up admiring do, Jimmie and Jeff and all these guys that I really loved watching. Saw those, Tony Stewart, seeing these guys win championships and who I wanted to kind of be like. And you see those guys have multiple and you're like, okay, well, that's the next step. Now I've kind of open the door in these guys that I wanted to be like, and now I need to push it open a little bit more and get another one because
he further added,
so there's a lot of milestones that we can reach this weekend, so hopefully we can bring that intensity that we did to Martinsville.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to NASCAR Insider for more NASCAR insights.